Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good evening, everyone. Okay, we're talking about Nibbana. So, Nibbana means extinguishment or extinction or cessation. Cessation of fire, cessation of fire. In our mind, there are a lot of fire, like a lobha, dosa, moha, right? So because of those fire, we have a lot of mental problem. We have anxiety, fear, etc. So when you experience the bliss of Nibbana, you don't have all these fire extinguished, right? That's a very simple explanation and also beautiful, right? Beautiful explanation. So therefore, when you come to temple with a simple mind, or a sincere mind, learn the Dhamma, attend puja, and attend the classes, then you will have less fire, right, in your mind. So if there's no less fire, if there is a less fire, you have a less mental suffering in your life. So that the reason why, that should be the reason why, that should be, the reason why coming to temple. That should be the purpose, right? Purpose. So to become rich, you can try yourself. And to get promotion, to get higher salary, you can try yourself, right? It's under karma, right? Another karma. So thing that you can expect from the temple is to extinguish your fire, right? That should be the purpose. Nibbana means extinguishment of fire in our mind, So even though here we will talk about the theory of Nibbana in different dimension or different perspective, so you have to know the original meaning of Nibbana, right? Nibbana. So last week I talked about fire simile, quoting some suttas. So I will continue to do that. Vedana Sanyota in Kilenya Sutta, the Buddha talked about life and the concept of life and death for an arahant, for an enlightened people. It's good to know. It's also regarded with the fire simile. Later I will talk about it. It's connected with the fire simile. So in that sutta, the Buddha went to a hostel where sick monks are staying. And the Buddha go there, the Buddha give some instruction to them. Bhikkhus, a bhikkhu should await his time, mindful and clearly comprehending. So here is the two words, mindfully, clearly comprehending. That's a two important words in our life. So await his time, it can be anything. Await his time for death, to death, right? Normally, when we grow old, old people waiting for their time, waiting for the death, right? Waiting for the death. How we will practice? It is mindfulness, and clear comprehension. That's the important one. In other words, stay in the present moment, mindfully and clearly comprehending. When we are still very young, we are expecting many things in our life, right? So when we get when I finish my BA degree from university, I'll be happy, be happy, right? We are expecting, in the future. After getting BA degree, you expect MA degree. If I get MA degree, then I will get more opportunity, then I will be happier, trying to get MA degree. Then after you get MA degree, you expect PhD degree, doctorate degree. Then after getting degree, while you are studying at the university, you think that if I get a job, I'll be happy. Expecting to get a job. Then after you get a job, of course you're happy, but later, not happy. Because we are not living according with the Buddhist teachings, right? The Buddha say we should await our time, mindful and clearly comprehending. Stay in the present moment, That's the important one. That's the important practice in our life. So of course you can expect, you can think about your future. You can think about your future, but don't waste your time, without mindfulness and clear comprehension. That's important. That's important. Whether your future is good or not, you have to stay in the present moment, mindfully and clearly comprehending, right? So there's a concept of life and death for everybody. Here, the Buddha said, this is our instruction to you. So now we have our own life, right? Some seem to be going away, some seem to be going bad, right? Not good. In any circumstances, staying in the present moment is important. You have to stay in the present moment, mindfully and clearly comprehending. So that is an important aspect of life and death. So the moment we are going to die, when we grow old, also we have to wait our time. Stay in the present moment. If you can eat, just eat mindfully. If you can talk, just talk mindfully, right? Don't think about how I will die, like that. How my rebirth should be, like that. Will be like that, right? So therefore, normally I'm trying to reduce the fear of death and also fear of your rebirth. That's important. The most important thing is stay in the present moment with the mindfulness and clear comprehension, right? That will be the purpose of your life. That will be meditation. I think if you look at Theta, it will be clearer. The concept of life and death by enlightened people by Ayn Rand. In Theta, we can find so many stories of Thetas. And Theta, we have so many stories of Bhikkhuni theories. So they share their life experience. And in other words, they share their philosophy regarding with the life and death. Life and death. Oh yeah. What is it? Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Okay, thank you, thank you. Oh, sorry. Okay, so in Theravada, uh, not only in one place, in many places. So we can find this theory, theory of life and death, and also philosophy of life and death by enlightened people. So that's only one verse. I do not long for death. I do not long for life. Long for me, loba. Some people have a loba or clinging to die, right? Some people, when they are experiencing a lot of hardship in their life, they expect to die. They are thinking to die, There are a lot of experiences. Most people long for live, long for live. They want to live 100 years. 100, you don't want, right? You don't want. But you still want to live, right? So that's a loba, Anyway, this is a very difficult. It's not a normal way of vision, regarding with the life and death. So as an other hand, they do not long for death. Even they are experiencing a lot of hardship, a lot of diseases. They do not long for death. They do not long for death. As you know that the Buddha have serious diseases that can cause death, So the Buddha do not have desire to die. They do not expect to die, death. The reason is he still have some mission to do. Some mission to do. So therefore, enduring his suffering, then he moved forward to Kusinagara, right? So Arahant do not long for death, and also do not long for life. They do not long for, they don't have attachment to live. So here, but I await my time, attentive and mindful. So what they do is they are waiting their time, the time of death, attentively and mindfully. Attentively and mindfully. That's their philosophy. In other words, sampajano means clearly comprehending. But Tesadomi, mindfulness, two middle quality. They do not long for death, they do not long for life. So what they do is, they just stay in the present moment, they just spend their daily life mindfully and clearly comprehending. Of course, there will be the time to die, right? Normally, if I aggregate, this body is really a huge burden for everybody. A huge burden. It's subject of suffering. Because of having this body, we having a lot of diseases. We having a lot of, hardship, right? We have to eat, we take a shower, like that, right? A lot a lot of things we have to do, but as Arahant, they know that it is a huge burden, but they don't long for death. So they do whatever they can do, mindfully and clearly comprehending. So that is the concept of life and death as an Arahant or enlightened being, right? So therefore, this is how they live. This is how they live as an Arahant. Okay, so that later you will know connected with the later explanation. So now I will continue to talk about fire metaphor mentioned in Upadana Sutta, which is very beautiful, very clear, very clear. So this fire metaphor can be found in some other sutta as well. So in this sutta, the Buddha is talking to Wanderer Vachagoda. Suppose bhikkhus, talking to the monks. In other sutta in Majjhima Nikaya, the Buddha is talking to Vachagoda. So here is talking to the monks. Same simile, the same simile. Suppose bhikkhus, a great bonfire was burning, consuming 10 of wood, 20, 30, or 40 loads of wood. 40 loads of wood. So you can imagine a bonfire was burning. Bonfires were burning because of 10, 20, 30, 40 loads of wood. And a man would not cast drying grass, drying condemn, or drying wood into it from time to time. So here, a man would not put drying grass or drying condemn or drying wood. No more putting, no more putting. No more putting anything. Thus, when the former supply of fuel is exhausted, former supply of fuel is exhausted, that great bonfire, not being fed with any more fuel, lacking sustenance, will be extinguished. So that means a man will not put any fuel. If the former supply of fuel is exhausted, so that bonfire will be extinguished. So here, will be extinguished. Nibbāyeya, the word Nibbāyeya is you can see the Nibbāyeya, it is a verb form of Nibbāna. Verb form of Nibbāna. So therefore we always say Nibbāna literally means extinguishment or extinction. So too, when one lives contemplating danger in things that can be clung to, craving cease. So when one lives contemplating danger in things that can be clung to, this body is subject to clinging. We cling to our body so much. Because of that, we have a fear to die. Fear to die. And we have a lot of problem. Right? A lot of problem. So when we grow old, we cannot accept it because it's clinging to the body, right? If you cling to the body of other people, also create a lot of problem, right? You cry with sorrow, anxiety, even the stress. when you're dealing with your beloved one, right? Beloved one. That's because of uh, clinging to the body, clinging to your house, your car, etc., right? Clinging to the possession or status, anything. So if you cling to them, it's dangerous. It creates a lot of mental problem. So here, when one lives contemplating danger in things that can be clung to, craving cease. No more craving. Of course, it's easier said than done, but the more you can reduce the amount of clinging to things, things can be your body, the body of other people, your property, right? Your country, like that. Things that can be clung to, craving cease. With the cessation of craving comes cessation of clinging. No clinging, no existence. No existence, no birth, right? No birth, no old age, no death, no sorrow, lamentation, etc. It's according to cessation formula in Paticcasamuppada, right? So that means we are putting fire in our lives by creating, clinging to things, right? Clinging to the body, clinging to the people around us, clinging to the your houses, your possession, your status, etc., right? Etc. So because of that, if you do not cling to them, then craving cease. No craving, no clinging. No existence, no birth. If there's no birth, that means it's talking about Arahant, the life of Arahant, right? No old age, no death, no more sorrow, etc., right? So that is such is the cessation of this whole mass of suffering. Whole mass of suffering. So, when you look at here, the Buddha gave the simile of fire with a simple example, right? So the fire, great bonfire is burning because of the fuels, right? Then our light will be burning if we are putting a lot of fuels, right? The more you can reduce the amount of fuel in our life, here fuel means clinging, attachment, or craving, tanha, right? Craving, tanha. Then the fire in our life will be lesser and lesser. No fire, you will experience the bliss of Nibbana. The bliss of Nibbana. So here I'm talking about definition of Nibbana. Nibbana means extinguishment of fire, right? Fire represents Lobha Dosa Moha in our life, right? Lobha Dosa Moha in our life. According to another Lakkhana Sutta, we have 11 fires, right? The main fire is Lobha Dosa Moha. Lobha Dosa Moha. Then also we can find fire simile in Ratana Sutta with the old karma extinct, nothing new to be produced. The mind detached from future birth, they have destroyed the seed of existence. It talk about Arahant, the life of an Arahant. As you know that Ratana Sutta talk about the quality of Buddha Dhamma Sangha, right? Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So when the Buddha talk about the quality of the Sangha, in that Sutta, the Buddha talk about the quality of Sotapanna, the quality of an Arahant, especially. So this Sutta, Kinam Purana Navanati Sampawan, Vidata Chaita Yatike, Pawasame, Dekina Bija, Aviroli Chanda, Naipandi, Dira Yatayan Padipo. Naipandi, right? Yatayan, Naipandi, Naipana, right? Naipandi Dira, Dira means the wise people. Padipo, like a lamp. like a lamp. So here, it talk about the life of an arahant with the old karma extinct. So no more karma, and nothing new, not creating a new karma. So that means if you are doing something without craving, it's a kriya chaita, right? Functional consciousness. So you're talking good things, you're doing good things, but there's no lobha dosa moha in your mind. Then that is a functional consciousness, kriya chaita, right? So you're not creating any new karma. New karma. The mind detached from future path, no more craving for future existence. So they have destroyed the seed of existence. So there's no seed, right? The seed represents consciousness. No craving for existence, so therefore no more consciousness. Consciousness just extinguish the moment they die, the moment Arahant and the Buddha die. So there's no more consciousness, so there will be no seed, right? So that means no more rebirth, no more rebirth, no more new existence. So here, just I want to point out here, the desire do not spring up again, and those wise ones goes out even as this lamp. Naipandi dira yatayam patipo. So in this Radhana Sutta, the Buddha gave the simile of a lamp. So if the lamp is extinguished, no more fire, right? No more fire. Because the lamp, no fuel, then the fire is extinguished. Similarly, an arahant, he destroying old karma, and also he is not making new karma. So therefore, he destroying the seed of existence, because no craving for existence. So therefore, he died, without establishing anywhere. So this is the concept of Nibbana here, Nibbandi, right? So Arahant, the body of the mind and the body of an Arahant and the Buddha, so extinguish. In other words, five aggregate, or Arahant and the Buddha extinguish the moment they die. It's hard to think about it, because as a human being, we crave for some kind of existence. After you die, you want to come back to Singapore. You want to see your family members, right? Or you want to go to heaven, right? Like that. So as a normal people, we have craving for some kinds of existence. As an arahant, no more craving to existence, right? For existence. So therefore, there are five aggregate. In other words, their mind and body extinguish the moment they die. So therefore, we always say that the Buddha already died. There's no Buddha anywhere. The Buddha is not staying anywhere, no more, right? No more. So later I will quote some sutta to talk about it, because I think some Buddhists may not like it. Because some Buddhists, they may think the Buddha is staying in somewhere in the universe. But according to the suttas, when Arahant and the Buddha die, just like a lamp, right? No more fuel, then fire extinguished. You cannot see the fire go somewhere, no? Just extinguish. Similarly, the mind and the body of the Buddha and Arahant extinguish when they die, because no more fuel, right? But when we die, we have craving for existence. So therefore, that the seat of consciousness with the help of craving, then our consciousness will establish in one place, right? It will be one existence. The Buddha said this precious joy is in the Sangha. By this truth, may there be peace. This is from Ratana Sutta, we are always chanting. So here you can see that avirongli chanda nibbandi dira yatayam patipo nibbandi. Nibbana, extinguishment, extinguishment. And also in Mahaparinibbana Sutta, when the Buddha died, Venerable Anuruddha uttered a Pali poem, a Pali verse, this one. And Venerable Ananda also speak out a Pali verse, and also Sakka, the king of Daurinsa, the king of heaven, also speak out a verse in Parinibbana Sutta, Mahaparinibbana Sutta. So this is what Venerable Anuruddha talk about it. With the unshrinking mind, he endure the pain. The Buddha endured the pain. Like the quenching of a lamp was the deliverer of the mind. The mind of the Buddha is free, deliverant, like the quenching of a lamp. So a lamp is burning with the fire because of the fuels. When there's no more fuel, then the lamp will extinguish. The fire will extinguish. You cannot say fire goes somewhere. No. Like that. The Buddha do not have craving for existence. So therefore, no craving, no consciousness, right? No consciousness. No consciousness. So the mind and the body of the Buddha extinguish at that particular moment, right? The quenching of a lamp. Pechota cheva nibbana. Here the word nibbana. Nibbana means quenching or extinguishment of a lamp. Extinguishment of a lamp. So I take it from translation of Bhikkhu Bodhi. Bhikkhu Bodhi. The quenching of a lamp. Sometimes when we are reading such one, translation is very important. If we cannot translate properly, then it will be misleading, misleading. So this one also a fire metaphor. Now I will conclude. Nibbana means extinguishment of fire. It's a metaphor, as you can see, right? The Buddha gave a fire sermon to 1,000 ascetics, right? Saying that we have a lot of fire. So earlier I said another Lakkhana Sutta is, sorry, not another Lakkhana Sutta, it's the Adita Priyaya Sutta. So the Buddha talk about 11 fires. Most importantly, Lopa Dosa Moha. Because of those fire, we have a lot of mental problem in our life. So if we can put off, if we can extinguish those fire in our life, then our life will be peaceful. Peaceful. That peace is the bliss of Nibbana. The bliss of Nibbana. So the more you can extinguish your fire, your lobha dosa moha, the more your life will be peaceful. That's the bliss of Nibbana. So therefore, the bliss of Nibbana can be experienced in this life, by anybody. Even as a Puthojana, as a normal people, we can experience the bliss of Nibbana. People are blaming you. You listen to them mindfully, clearly comprehending. No anger here. So there are sometimes like this, right? At the meeting, even though your boss is talking to you, you listen to your boss mindfully. There's no anger here. No anger, that your mind is peaceful, right? That peace of mind is the bliss of Nibbana. The bliss of Nibbana. So the Buddha, later I will quote one sutta. It's called Tatinga Buddha, momentary Nibbana. At that moment, your mind is peaceful because there's no fire or dosa in your mind, right? Fire or dosa in your mind. Sometimes you lost something in your life. You can accept it mindfully. You can accept it with the mindfulness and clear comprehending. No attachment to that, right? No attachment to that. There's no lobha in your mind. So therefore, your mind is peaceful. If there is a attachment or clinging to your mind, in your mind, so if you lose it, you will have a lot of negative mental state in your mind, right? You cannot accept it. So there's a fire in your mind. If there's no lobha in your mind, then at that particular moment, your mind is peaceful. No agitation, no anxiety, no sorrow, right? That's the bliss of Nibbana. Momentary or temporary Nibbana. So we can experience anytime, any moment, right? The most important thing is to reduce the amount of lobha dosa moha. Okay? Okay, any question? Okay, question here.
Bante, just now you're starting to talk about life and death of Arahant. Okay, we are just lay people.
Yeah.
We are not Arahant. Okay, we have this body. When I cannot see clearly, I get a spectacle, I see clearly. So when you're young, you do this. But when you are aging, this body will have sickness.
Okay.
Okay. In today, medical is so advanced. So let's say if I know I got cancer, in today, advanced medical, you might just remove your colon and then you are well again. So I'm just thinking, is this craving to live because you want to remove the cancer so that you can live a bit longer? Or can I have a choice not to remove it and live with the cancer? So then you're talking about your craving for death. When you refuse to remove the cancer and you are just waiting for death, so you have no craving for death. But you are craving for life, then you remove it and then you will live on. So this is something that in today advanced technology and medical, a person will crave for a lot of things to make themselves very well. So sometimes I wonder, should I do that? Because I'm very healthy now. But I tell myself, the day comes, what should I choose? Should I choose to die or should I choose to live? And this is something that is struggling in my mind, but actually more or less I make up my mind. If anything happened to me, I don't want anything. I'll just let this body rot as it came that way. Because the moment you introduce medical, you are just prolonging your suffering. That's how I see it. It's just like you got cancer. You say, okay, I want to live longer. So you go for operation. You remove your cancer. So you suffer through the period of operation. You suffer the period of pain. And maybe your family member will also suffer with you. So that's how I see when you talk about life and death for Arahant. That's one part of it. The second part of my question is, we
Maybe
practice.
I think better go the first one,
Okay,
one
okay.
by one, because my mind is not very, cannot remember. It's very serious question, you know. Actually, earlier the brother asked the survival instinct. Actually, we have to understand in that way. In that way. Firstly, in your example, if you remove one organ, you will survive, right? If you survive, you can do some other thing, like writing or helping your family members. At least your family will be very happy to see you survive, right? That's a meaningful. It's not a craving for death, sorry, craving for life. Because it doesn't mean you give up everything, no. You do what you can, right? You do what you can. You can save your life by removing your, by spending money, by removing your what is it, organ, right? One organ. It's a good thing to do, right? Good thing to do. Just like the Buddha, right? Mara tell the Buddha, Buddha, you should die. Mara told the Buddha. The Buddha say, I will not die as long as Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasika, four, right? They do not understand the Dhamma. I will not die. After 70 after the Buddha attained enlightenment, Mara tell the Buddha, you should die. In Mara Sanyota and Samdhanikaya, you can see, you know. The Buddha say, Mara, no, I will not die. I still need to do a lot of things. I still need to teach to the bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, upasaka, upasika, right? As long as they understand the Dhamma, I still have to live. It doesn't mean the Buddha have craving for life. No. The Buddha need to do something, right? That's it's not craving for life. Another thing, I will give you an example, like Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. So he write in the way, right? Do not give life support machine when I have a problem, you know. It's, I think, according to, you know, individual decision. I like that one, you know. I like. It doesn't mean everybody have to follow. No, it up to the individual decision. Some people may want to get life support machine, right? A few years ago, many years ago, not a few years, many years ago, I heard one guy in France, I think in Arab country, in France. So he lived with the light machine for so many years. If the family members are very rich, because they are from Arab country, they are rich, they can spend. It doesn't matter. If the family members are very poor, how? How can you support? Even though you crave for living with the help of machine, no? The family member will have a lot of problem. No? They cannot afford it. But you stay, insist your family member, give life support to me, but they don't have money, what to do? In that case, craving for life, right? Craving for life. In the case of Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, so he said, no, don't give me life support machine. It's a decision, very clear, right? Very clear. I don't know the family member follow his advice. Follow, right? I didn't follow, right? So in this regard, so I don't mean everybody have to follow it. It is up to individual decision. And also it's up to the family financial status, right? If your family is very rich, you can tell your family, you can write in your will, right? Saying, still want to live, then give a life support to me. Huh? It's okay. But your family member is not rich, they cannot afford it. But you still write down, I want to get life support machine in your way. How your family will suffer, or how will have a, how your family will look like, you know. They will be happy, by looking at the way, because they cannot afford it. But their father told them to get life support machine. It's a dilemma, right? Then they cannot afford it, and inevitably they have to stop it with unhappiness. It's not good for you, not good for the family, right? In that case, craving for life, right? Craving for life. So we also have one famous meditation master from Myanmar and telling his disciples not to give life support machine. He said he will die practicing vipassana. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Then I will contemplate on my feeling. Then I will die, right? Very brave, right? Very brave. It doesn't mean you have to follow their footstep, right? You can get like machine. It's very rare case, right? Somebody who you like machine then survive. Very rare, right? I think so, because I asked somebody, it's very rare. So therefore, we have to look at the conditions, right? And also your motivation. What's your motivation, right? In the case of the Buddha, 7 days after Buddha enlightenment, the Buddha became, Prince Siddhartha became the Buddha. The Mara told the Buddha, you better die. But the Buddha said, no, no, no. I still need to do a lot of things, right? So in the case of cancer, you want to remove your cancer one organ because you still have a lot of things to do, at least for your family, right? If you stay at home, there's a lot of things for your family, right? That will be the purpose. So therefore, it depends on our, like Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, right? He doesn't want to give a burden to his family. That's a very compassionate decision, I will say that. In the case of the house, right? So his writing is very simple, a lot of meaningful meaning, because most world leaders, they have attachment to their status. So the citizen, they want the recognition. People remember their house, how they live the country, So therefore, I think when you look at the life of Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, I think it's a lot of meaningful. Less craving, less clinging. He just do what he can, right? Also learning the Chinese and our Mandarin, learning how to swim, learning how to bicycle, especially learning the Chinese, Mandarin. People may think that, what for? No, he need to spend his time, right? By doing something meaningful, Okay, second question.
Thank you, Bante.
Okay.
Actually, just to share with everyone, if you go to polyclinic, you can sign up for non-supporting. It's available in Singapore, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The second question is actually, we have been learning meditation when we are alive, but I'm just curious, how should we meditate at our last breath? Means, let's say you are sick and you are dying on the bed, okay? And so far, I haven't come across any meditation center or any place where teach you that, okay?
We have a Burma. We have a
Oh, you have it.
meditation technique in Myanmar.
Oh, I see.
They will teach you how to die. Yeah, exactly. But very hard.
Okay.
You have to lie down 3 hours without moving, without moving. If you want, I will show that. I will
you
guide that.
share with me. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. You can. Okay. So here, the main thing is, of course, when we are going to die, it's very hard to practice. Very hard to practice. So therefore, when we are living, we have to practice. We have to practice. And also, here is one thing I want to share. People are afraid of the last thought moment. They think that when they are dying, they will suffer a lot. Of course. So one way or another, we will suffer. But before you die, there are some time that your mind and body are separated. You don't notice. Your mind doesn't notice. This body. Now, when you are learning with me, when you are listening mindfully, even though your body is painful, you don't notice, right? Because your mind focuses on what I'm talking, right? So therefore, the moment and the mind detach from your body. Even though your body is suffering, your mind does not suffer, right? So therefore, we always encourage to do meritorious deed. Punctual meritorious deed. Punctual means you're doing regularly. Just like attending puja, maybe every full moon, new moon day, right? Attending the classes regularly. So those regular practice will help you in the last thought moment. At least you will, I always say that the moment you die, if you see the Mangala Vihara, you will remember, right? You have been doing a lot of good deed here, right? Then that will help you to have a better rebirth. But of course, two type of remembrance, If you remember Mangala Vihara, this is my temple attachment. Then you will be here as a ghost. You will stay attending, right? You will stay coming to Mangala Vihara, attending the classes as a ghost, as a beta, right? Of course, most probably, you will remember that you have done in this temple, you attended the class, you're teaching like that, right? So therefore, having a regular meritorious deed is important. Of course, the best thing is meditation. If you can meditate, even you cannot practice with the serious diseases, but there will be the time that your mind does not aware of your suffering body. Then at that particular moment, then you can practice either meditation or you remember the meritorious deed that you have done, right? So a few years ago, one of the Burmese doctor write an article. He talked about it. People afraid of suffering before they die. So he trying to examine dying people, many cases as a doctor, and he said that the time, there's a time gap before they die. They do not remember their suffering body, so that their mind lost contact with the body. Just like when we are meditating, right? The body is painful, but when your mind is fully concentrated to your breathing, you forget about your pain, You forget about your pain. Okay. Any question? Okay, here one question.
But they was talking about the nibbana. You were saying it's destruction of our defilements, lobha and dosa. Can I say that it can be only experienced in the human
Sorry?
realm? Can I say nibbana can only be experienced in the human realm?
Oh no,
What about?
everybody. As a
But,
deva, as a brahma, they can experience.
but there are defilements which in the deva world, in the deva realm, like formless realm, do they have defilements?
They have. Define me you mean as a brahma, right?
Yeah.
As a brahma, they can stop. They don't have a dosa in their mind. No dosa. So they have a more peace compared to the human being. But they still have a lobha. Lobha to their life, lobha to the bliss of meditation. So when they have that lobha, somehow or other, they experience kind of suffering, a kind of suffering.
What about those like the formless realm, like arupa vachara?
Formless RAM, also they have a lobha and moha. They, even though they don't have a body, of course, no body, less suffering, less suffering. But they still have a lobha to their meditative bliss. But even though they don't have a body, they can meditate, they can live with the meditation.
Thanks, Bhante.
Yeah. So therefore, as a formless RAM, no form, no body, less suffering, right? Less suffering. But they still have suffering in their mind. In the case of the deva, I already share, right? Sun deva, they have a jealousy toward the beauty of other people and the property of other deva. Suffering, right? Suffering. A lot of fire. Fire is so strong that fire extinguishes their body. They die, no? They die. So as a deva also, they have a dosa, lobha dosa moha. Okay, then I will talk about its important meaning. Oh, okay, go on.
I want to know if it's the body is formless, how can the Brahma or whatever meditate? No body, no head also, right?
Can you use microphone?
Huh?
Yeah.
So if I just want to know, being formless, that means even the head also don't have, right?
No brain. Yeah.
So how to meditate like that?
That's a good question. Here, in the Western psychology, right? Physics. The mind is brain, right? But here, I think good. Actually, we didn't notice this one, right? As a formless Brahma, no body, no brain, but the mind still function, right? Still consciousness still functioning. So that means, according to Buddhist psychology, the mind does not exist anywhere, not in the brain, not in the heart, not in the body. Also does not exist anywhere outside. It arises, consciousness arises based on conditions, causing conditions. So as a human being, we have a brain, we have a heart, right? These are the conditions as a human being. Because of that, consciousness arises. As a formless Brahma, no brain, no body, but there is condition in the mind. The mind, an object of the mind. Then because of two conditions, the consciousness arises. Right? So therefore, in formless realm, they don't need any material form. Just mind and the object of the mind. Only two conditions, right? Two conditions. So they can meditate. They can meditate. So therefore, in Arupa Brahma realm and formula realm, if you dine, if you once born as a Sotapanna there, you can still meditate on your mind, how the mind arises, how it disappears. So you can practice Vipassana in formula realm. Then you can become once Ratana, non-Ratana, and Arahant in that realm. But the thing is, if you die as a Buddhojana, you cannot become Sotapanna. Because Sotapanna need somebody need to teach, right? Must have an ear, right? Must have an ear. So then only you will know how to practice Vipassana. So therefore, Alara and Kalama, they die as a Buddhojana, right? So therefore, the Buddha said it is a great loss for them. Because the Buddha cannot preach them, teach how to practice, right? So therefore, in formula realm, they can practice Vipassana with their mind. Yeah. Okay. So here, when I talk about Nibbana, it is often said that concept of Nibbana is negative. So as far as we have learned right now, Nibbana means extinguishment of fire. Fire is very hot, right? It's negative. It's negative. So it is the word Nibbana, the concept of Nibbana is negative. But of course, the way that the metaphor of the fire used here is indeed negative. But the same thing is sometimes expressed positively, in a positive way. So this is I take it from Mr. Gombrich book, what the Buddha taught. Because they are, Mr. Gombrich is one of the famous scholars nowadays. I take it from the scholars. The Sanskrit word Nirvati means blessed. And the related word Nirvata, right? Nirvata. Actually, sorry that I cannot pronounce Sanskrit properly. If I make a mistake, and then anyone who knows the Sanskrit, how to pronounce? Anyone? Maybe just look at, the projector. So the word Nirvata means, or Nirvata means blissful. So that means Nirvati is a noun, Nirvata means adjective. Right? In the Pali phonetics, these two words are Nirbuti and Nirbhuta respectively. Nirbuti is a noun, the one who experienced the bliss of Nibbana, the person who experienced the bliss of Nibbana. Nirbhuta is an adjective form, blissful. Nibbana and Nirbhuti refer to the same thing, but have sharply contrasting meanings. The one negative and the other positive. The word Nibbana is a noun, right? As a noun. Nirbhuti also a noun, but contradict each other. Nibbana refers to extinguishment of fire. It talk about negative sins, right? Negative sins. Fire is very hot. So Nirbhuti is the one who experiences the bliss of Nibbana. It's positive one. peace and bliss in the mind. When the fire of passion, raga, hatred, dosa, delusion, moha, die out within one experiences bliss. So that means Nibbudi. Nibbudi is the bliss of Nibbana. We got no more fire inside. Because of that, one experience cool and peaceful mind. No? Nibbana is not a mind, not peaceful state. Peaceful state. Nibbudi. So also I want to quote Professor Oliver Binayake, this mind professor, when I studied in Sri Lanka. So he talked about it regarding with the Nibbana, the word Nibbana, etymology of Nibbana. Even though it is suggested that the word Nibbana is borrowed from pre-Buddhist literature, because as you know that in India, Hinduism pre-existed before the Buddha, right? Buddhism. So most people will say that the word Nibbana is borrowed from Hindu literature. So there's no mention of this term in either in the Veda or the Upanishads. So Veda and Upanishads are very pre-Buddhistic literature. So there's no mention of the word Nibbana in the Veda or Upanishads. For the first time, it is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, which is one of the chapters of Mahabharata. It is generally believed that Mahabharata was written in the 4th century BC. The Buddha appeared in the world in the 6th century BC, 200 years earlier than written of Mahabharata. What is reported in the Bhagavad Gita all have existed even before the Buddha. That is mere speculation. Of course, Bhagavad Gita might appear before the Buddha, but it's just mere speculation because Bhagavad Gita was written at the 4th century BC. The Buddha appeared 600 years before the Jesus Christ, right? 2 years before the writing of Bhagavad Gita. So that means otherwise, Bhagavad Gita might borrow the word Nibbana from Buddhist literature. Because according to Winter's History of Indian Literature, Jain literatures are written in the 9th century AD. 9th century AD, not a BC, no? AD. So they borrow a lot of concept from Buddhism. And also Hindu also borrow a lot of concept from Buddhism, just like a ahimsa, non-violence. Earlier, so when they are offering their god, so they kill a lot of animals. They kill human beings. So they sacrifice, right? By killing animals and human beings. So in the Buddhist literature, we find a lot of experiences. The Buddha tells them it's not good, it's meaningless. But Buddhism flourished in India. The Hindu leader, they became too afraid. we need to change it. We need a lot of amendment, changes. So they did. They did. After Asoka era. I forgot about the exact time. So what they changed is the non-violence. They do not kill any enemies or human being. They even go extremes. Vegetarianism. They follow pure vegetarianism, which is a contradict to their religious teachings. So therefore, in the case of the word Nibbana, Bhagavad Gita might have borrowed from Pali literature or Buddhist literature. It's meaningful. It's meaningful. So Professor Oliver Abhinayake said that there's no thought which carry the word Nibbana in the pre-Buddhist literature. Therefore, we can safely suggest that the word Nibbana is a Buddhist term. Buddhist term. So the Buddha used the word Nibbana to indicate a kind of blissful state because of extinguishment of fire in our mind. In our mind. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. So today I want to quote commentary explanation from Dhammabhara commentary. Before that, adjective form of Nibbutthi is Nibbutta. Nibbutthi means the bliss of Nibbana. Nibbutthi means the bliss of Nibbana. So adjective is Nibbutta. Nibbutta means the blissful, peaceful. Nibbutta means blissful, peaceful, cool, have been blown up, all fires. So fire can be sorrow, bitter suffering. So I take it from Dhammabhara commentary. If you want to know this story, you can read Buddhist legends, the Dhammabhara commentary. It is available in the library. Those who want to read more in the library, I know we have two sets. We bought it from Sri Lanka. It's a very good one. So here, in the evening, so here is talk about the life of the Buddha before he leave the palace, Prince Siddhartha. So as you know that Prince Siddhartha left the palace at the age of 29, right? At the age of 29. So before that, he saw the old man, the sick man, the dead man, and an ascetics and monks, right? Four great sight. Then one time, the Prince Siddhartha was staying in the park, enjoying. By the time, a minister informed him the son was born. So Prince Siddhartha speak out. Rahu was born. Fata, how mean Fata? The one who will take your mind. Rahu was born. So therefore, the minister informed to the father. So the name of the son is given as Rahu, right? Then he was not happy because the Fata was born in the family. So actually his desire is to leave the palace, right? In search of the truth. So without happiness, that he come back to his palace. So this happened on the way, before he go to the palace. So in the evening, as he entered the city, so here he meet Prince Siddhartha. entered the city, Kisagotami, daughter of his father's sister, pronounced the following stanza. In other words, following Pali poem. So because Kisagotami think that Prince Siddhartha is not happy right now, maybe because of Yasodhara. He no longer left Yasodhara and he is interested to me. He left Prince Siddhartha. Because Prince Siddhartha is not happy right now. Actually, Prince Siddhartha is not happy because he was thinking how to remove, suffering, how to attain Nibbana. So because of that, he has a deeply thinking, not having a lot of enjoyment. But Kisagotami also is such a princess, the daughter of his father's sister. Is a poet. So she write a poem. She knows that Prince Siddhartha is crossing near her house. So she speak out or pronounce that Pali poem. Blissful indeed is that mother. Blissful indeed is that father. Blissful indeed is the wife. Whose husband is, whose son is such a one as he. So here you can see Pali, Nebuddha Nuna Samada, Nebuddha Nuna Sobita, Nebuddha Nuna Sanadi Yasaya Iti Sobati. So you can see the word Nebuddha. Blissful indeed is that mother whose son is such a one as he. Blissful indeed is that father whose son is such a one as he, Prince Siddhartha, right? His mother and father will be happy and blissful to see such a son like a Prince Siddhartha. Blissful indeed is that wife whose husband is such a one as he. Actually, it's very beautiful to recite in Pali. Nebuddha Nuna Sa Mata, Nebuddha Nuna So Pita. Nebuddha Nuna Sa Nadi Yasaya Iti Sobati is Nebuddha. So here I give a different translation of that poem because it's very important. So we have a few references. So later you can see. So here the Prince Siddhartha here, the word Nebuddha. Because in earlier he is not happy. His mind is full of fire. Before he hear the birth of his son, he was thinking how to stay away from palace, from sensual pleasures, how to go out in search of the truth, right? To attain Nibbana. Then he heard this poem, Nebuddha Nuna Samada. After having heard this stanza, Bodhisattva is Prince Siddhartha, future Buddha. Bodhisattva thought, this woman recited this stanza thinking that. The heart of the mother who sees such a one like me is peaceful and blissful. So here the word Nibbana. If the mother saw Prince Siddhartha, see the Prince Siddhartha, she will be happy, blissful. So the heart of the father is peaceful and blissful. The heart of the wife is peaceful and blissful. Nebuddha, right? Nibbana. If what is extinguished, the mind will be peaceful and blissful. So here I use the word the mind, Hariya. Hariya literally means the heart. But here we can see the mind. If what is extinguished, the mind will be peaceful and blissful. If occur to the bodhisattva, whose mind is detached from defilements, detached from the defilement. So I'm talking about the history of the one Nibbana. History of the one Nibbana. Why Gautama Buddha, the Buddha used the one Nibbana to refer to his experience. So here is the original, I will say that if we want to use it, the original using, original of the term. In other words, etymology, right? Etymology of the one Nibbana. So it occurred to the bodhisattva whose mind is detached from defilements. Actually, Princess Kisa Gautami referred the original blissful and happy experience of a mother, a father, a wife by seeing, like a son and husband, like the Buddha, right? Blissful. Just like when you get a baby for the first time, blissful indeed is your mind to see your son and daughter, right? So he also, so Kisa Gautami refer to the originate, I want to say, just seeing the son and husband. So here, what Bodhisattva, Prince Siddhartha, think about it, right? So now at the time, the Bodhisattva whose mind is detached from defilement. If the fire or lust is extinguished, the mind is peaceful and blissful. That's very important. The origin of the one Nibbana. So here, the fire or lust, raga kemi, nepude here, the one nepude, you know, nepude me, extinguish. Nebuddha nama hoti. The mind is peaceful and blissful. Nebuddha, right? So it's mind peaceful and blissful. If the fire of hatred is extinguished, the mind is peaceful and blissful. If the fire of delusion is extinguished, the mind is peaceful and blissful. So here we talk about the fire metaphor, right? The origin of the one Nibbana. Starting from just before Prince Siddhartha became the Buddha, right? Became the Buddha. And inside that, the heat of defilement, such as Kansi, wrong view, are extinguished. The mind is peaceful and blissful. So this lady make me hear something that I really should know, This lady, Kisa Gautami. So by the way, this Kisa Gautami is different from the one you already learned, the life of Kisa Gautami, right? The one whose son, baby is dying. Huh? Then she became crazy. She met with the Buddha, and the Buddha preached the sermon and became bhikkhuni. No, not that one. This is a Sakyan Kisa Gautami, the one who left Prince Siddhartha. So that now, by hearing the Pali poem, the Siddhartha, Prince Siddhartha, this lady make me hear something that I really should know. I'm living seeking after Nibbana. I'm living seeking after Nibbana. So it me, the Bodhisattva, Prince Siddhartha is not a naive person. Not naive, he has a lot of experiences. So therefore, many scholars pointed out that Prince Siddhartha is not a naive person. He has a lot of experiences. How to do how to fight, how to ride, how to use horses, cows, and uh, and a lot of things. How to make a jewel like that, right? He knows. So by seeing a lot of similes in the discourses, because he learned as a prince before he became the Buddha. So here also, when you look at this incident, Prince Siddhartha is not a naive person. He has a lot of experience, right? Here, I'm living, seeking after Nibbana. Even as of today, renouncing the household life, I shall go forth in order to search for Nibbana. In order to search for Nibbana. So he decided to leave the palace that night. So here you can see that so Prince Siddhartha understand the bliss of Nibbana, Nibbudha, right? Nibbudha. Then after that, Prince Siddhartha said that, let this be teacher's fee, taking off the pearl necklace from his neck, which is worth 100,000. He sent it to Kisa Gautami, 100,000, very expensive one. He took off a pearl necklace. She is overjoyed. Kisa Gautami is overjoyed with the thought that Prince Siddhartha has sent me the present with the left inclined toward me. So what she think is the other way, right? The Prince Siddhartha trying to detach from everything and left the palace. Very beautiful, very beautiful. And also this is a etymology of the word Nibbana. The word Nibbana. It's not borrowed from other literature, especially from Hinduism. So there are a lot of discussion regarding with the karma theory. Normally people think that karma theory are borrowed from Hinduism. Actually, it's not. It's not. Karma theory is mentioned by the Buddha himself. So Bhikkhu Sujato, Bhikkhu Ajahn Brahmali, Ajahn Sujato, Ajahn Brahmali. So they make a lot of research on that, mentioning that karma theory is not taught. It's not a borrowed from Hinduism. No, the other way around. Hinduism borrowed a lot of things from Buddhism, just like a karma theory, just like a non-violence, just like even the Nibbana. So next week I will talk about how they use the word Nibbana in Bhagavad Gita. So any question, maybe? If you want one question. No question. Okay, so let's call it a day. Yo vadata pavado manu jesu sakyamuni bhagavakata kecho parakato ba Vidya samangi dan sukatan saranattamupemi ragavi ragamanin tamasokan Dhammama Sangatama Patikulan Madhurami Mambakunan Suvipatan Dhammami Mansaranattamupemi Yata chade nama apalamahu Chatusu susi supurisa yogesu attacha pokala dhammata sati sangamima saranathamupemi. Satu, satu, satu. Gonna everyone.
Bante, I got something to announce.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just take 1 minute only. From next month onwards,